Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our playthrough of Darkest Night. We're deep in it. We're on, we've got the darkness track at 11 right now. We're playing with the Exorcist, the Scout, the Monk, and the Bard. Out of the, there are many characters in this game. This game is deep and has a lot going on. It's so cool, and I love the asymmetrical characters. They are all very different, and let's talk about the design of this game for just a minute because I do enjoy it. I mean, it's really got some, at its core, a very simple mechanic of take an action or move, which could be including move, but take one action, which usually consists of moving your piece around the board or rolling some dice against something. But the level of depth that's gone into that and the different characters and how they work and the interactions is just, I think it's an amazing design. It's great for a solo or cooperative game, but we're gonna get right to it. So I haven't had a chance to do any editing on or rules review of the last video, so if I did make any mistakes, I apologize. I hope not. I think I did okay, but if I didn't, well, that's the way it goes because I can't time travel. So let's get on with it and start with our players' turns right now. I think we're going to start with the Exorcist. He is here in the ruins, and we've gotten his secrecy up a little bit. It's not really where I want it to be quite yet. So I'm debating on whether what I really want him to do is actually draw. I have no problem with the Necromancer heading that direction, to be frank. Even if it only buys us a couple turns, we got to get him out of the village in the mountains so we can tackle those. So he's going to stay put. But let's draw his event card and see what it is. Hopefully he can... Oh wait, first off, we got to do all his cool stuff, right? Because we got to do the start of the turn. So we're going to roll first for his Courageous Boon. Well, we can activate any boon based off the die roll, but we have to get the die roll. So we're going to roll 2 dice. We have to roll a 5. Let's start there. We fail at that. Then we have to roll 2 dice. We have to roll 4. We got 1 4, so we can activate one of his boons. We're going to activate, of course, his Protective Boon because that has huge value. And then we got another die roll. We got to get a 2. We succeed 2 2s. It does say you can activate if any die roll is a 2. So all 3 of his boons now will be active. So that's his Courageous Boon, his Protective Boon, and his Fleet Boon. So with it, when it's active, his Fleet Boon, I can deactivate it. It's not an action, it's a bonus to move to an adjacent location. So maybe we can search and move if we have a good luck searching there. Though, again, I don't mind the Necromancer coming to that location right now. So I think we'll hold on to that. But let's now draw his event card, which we know we can avoid because of his Protective Boon. We also have the ability to get rid of his... we also have that Banish, which would get rid of the Necromancer's power to drop stuff on our quests. Okay, so we got the Lich here. That's bad. He's tough. It says, the air is filled with foul magic, twisting your nose and scalding your tongue. Scalding. He's not scolding your tongue, he's scalding your tongue. A sickly green light blossoms from its staff. And there he is. So we have to deal with the Necromancer. We have an evade of 5 or an attack of 5. It doesn't really matter because he doesn't get a bonus against either of these things. Sorry, it's not banished, it's cast out that allows us to remove a darkness card. But we're just going to see if we can get lucky. We have his Protective Boon up. Hopefully we don't have to use it. We just need to roll a 5. It doesn't really matter which way we go. And I rolled a 4. Oh, I could deactivate his Courageous Boon, which is +1 any die roll. At the start of your... It says deactivate at the start of your turn. Oh, at the start of your turn. Can't do that one. So I would have to have activated that already. Would have given us 2 die rolls. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to retcon it. I didn't do it. Okay, anyway, so we're going to have to deactivate his Protective Boon here then. Okay. He did not take the effect of the demon. I don't want him losing any grace. He doesn't have that much right now. So he successfully avoided that. And remember, the Necromancer's got the Well of Misery out, and that's what's causing us some grief. So let's see. Now, if I do the cast out, the Necromancer will come there. I can do that. He has just enough secrecy to do this, and he'll lose a turn, which means he'll be attacked. Let's hold off on that one more turn, see if what we can do here to get a mystery on the board. We just need 3 more to get a relic. Then we can have the Exorcist actually get the benefit of his tactic of Banish and go after the Necromancer with a relic in hand. That would be pretty cool. But right now, let me think. I got to think about this. Do I cast out Do I move? Do I search for mysteries? Okay, we're going to search, guys. I think that's the right thing to do. Let's hope and pray. A 4. We succeeded. Okay. It is a 4 difficulty. So we are going to draw a map card, and hopefully we get what we're looking for. We are in the ruins of Relic. You know, the artifact, rather. Well, that's interesting, and I'm sure this will be beneficial. That's really not what I wanted to get. So here's the artifact deck. We'll just give it a couple of quick cuts and see what we get. Here we go. We get the Wind Flute. When a yellow bordered blight is created at your location, destroy it. Freeze the earth. Keep the dead down. Okay, so the Exorcist has now the Quill of Creation and the Wind Flute in his care. These are the most artifacts I've ever seen in a game. just to let you know. There's 3. That's crazy, right? There's 3 artifacts in the game. The Wraps of Life, the Quill of Creation, and the Wind Flute. Anyway, that is going to mark the end of his turn. Not super thrilled about that. It is what it is. I think next we'll go to the... let me think about this. I think we'll go to the Bard. He's probably going to stay in the monastery for one more turn. I think that's the right move for him. So let's do that. It means he does not have to pray. So he does not have to draw an event card, but he is going to pray at the monastery, which means he's going to roll 2 dice, and for every 3 he gets to increase his grace. He's two away from his maximum, so if he rolls 2, then he'll go back to normal health. He rolled 1, so that's good. He got 1 more grace back. Got to roll a 5 there, so his grace is now a 3. That is much better, healthier, and that is it for him. So he's doing okay on secrecy too. So I think next turn we'll head on out. We got to move around the board a bit with him, but that's going to be the end of his turn. You don't have to worry about anything else. And keep in mind that his trickery has a Silent Stone, and so does Quiet. I got to remember that because I should have with the Exorcist. I could have eluded with 2 dice, and perhaps not used his protective boon, because that's the Quiet ability of the monk that has the Silent Stone on it. It's a tactic. I should probably roll that just because then I wouldn't have had to activate his. So I'm going to roll the extra die and see if we can do it. It was a 5, right? Well, so we did. We succeeded with a 5. So I'm going to just take off his or reactivate his protective boon. I think that's too valuable to miss. So got to remember that there's Scion Stones on those 2 powers. Okay, Bard's done. Okay. The monk, let's see, what's the monk's secrecy at? 4? 3, so he'll get a 4 if he moves over and starts to tackle those blights in the mountains, or goes after. He could actually go after the evil chant and get rid of that first, and that will not deplete his secrecy down. And he's also got the Leer, which will allow him to activate all his abilities. I think we're going to do that, but first we have to draw his event card. Let's see what he gets. Deterioration. Add a quest marker to every quest in play. That sucks. Okay, so we got 2 on Evil Chant, so that kind of cinches it for me. We're going to go after the Evil Chant, and 1 on the Ancient Curse in the village. And that is that. So, okay. That was not a... I mean, I don't mind that as a event because it didn't really hurt us. But then he is going to take his turn to move, which will increase his secrecy yet again. He's now at a 4. Hopefully the Necromancer won't see him and go back. That would be bad. And that is going to be the end of his turn. He just moved. That's it. That's all there is to it. And so that leaves us with the Scout. The Scout was the one I was debating the most because a lot of her abilities have been tapped out or exhausted. She's got speed, which gives her elude. The treasure map actually is deactivated, so it's just these 2 powers. Yeah, cross country, explore, still has that. So here's the 3 active powers that she has: explore, travel, and then refresh all powers. That might be helpful to us. Speed, elude, escape routes, +1 when eluding. When you hide, you may gain secrecy up to default, but she is already at her default, so it's not very helpful. I think what we're going to do is first draw her event card. Okay, let's see what she gets. Sleeping Pollen. Refresh all your powers, then spend 1 secrecy or draw 2 more events. Well, we're going to do that, that's for sure. A yawn escapes you. You struggle to keep your eyes open as you seek a safe place to sleep. Okay, so we refresh all our powers, so that is actually helpful to us. So now all her powers are refreshed, but we do have to spend one of her secrecy. So she's at 5. She can actually be seen by the Necromancer now, which wasn't the case a moment ago, but that gives us some options. So let's see. If I stay there and I could move, if I move, I'm not going to get any additional secrecy unless I use that ability to go up to our default, which now might make sense. And that was her escape route. But we don't have to. That's if I hide. If I hide. Hiding allows us to refresh our powers. It's not really, yeah, and you gain 1 secrecy. So that's all that does. That's not that great, unless we have powers to refresh. So I think what she'll do, we can stay there and get it. There's items in the swamp, but I think we're going to move her. Yeah, she's going to move to the castle, where she will then get a nice low-end search and then maybe take that blight out. We didn't take any blights out this turn, unfortunately, but that's okay. We got to get to these. We got to get the Necromancer out of these areas. So I'm hoping that he sees the Exorcist and goes after him, or detects the presence of the Exorcist. The Exorcist still has enough secrecy to avoid the Necromancer. But if the Necromancer detects his presence, he will head to the ruins. You know, that's his home base. He doesn't want one of the heroes invading him there. Okay, well that's going to be the end of the player's turns. Now we're going to wrap around to the Necromancer turn. Let's do that. Now we're up to a 12 on the darkness track. That's not fantastic. And then I have to put tokens on each of the quests that, you know, it's amazing that thing. It just adds 1 to the time, just seems to apply the pressure a lot, because now there's only 3 turns there and 2 turns there. We're going to take care of the evil chant next turn, though. That's good. And then we got to roll for the next Necromancer and move him. If he moves, he's going to be dropping another quest down. 2. So he did detect only, yeah, only the Exorcist. So he does know, and it's 2 anyway. So either way, he would have come here. I'm okay with that. We need to get him out of that area. Okay. And so what do we get? We're in the ruins. We're going to drop a lich. Oh, that's rough. Well, the Exorcist is going to be boogieing on anyway. Okay, here is the lich. He is going into the ruins. So the Necromancer detected the presence of a powerful Exorcist in the ruins and went there and summoned protection for the area in the form of a lich. Pretty rough for us. But that ends the Necromancer's turn, so we're going to wrap back around to the player's turns. That was a pretty simple turn for the Necro. Oh, wait, no, not the end of his turn. I apologize. We still have to deal with the Well of Misery. It is active. It says, at the end of the Necromancer's turn, if there are any quests in the location, add 1 to the marker. There's not. Otherwise, draw a quest card and add it to the location. So we're going to draw, man, we're going to be quest crazy up in here, but let's see what we get. Opportunist. Oh, we just take an action to complete this, and we get Vanishing Dust. If we let it expire, we've got 3 turns to do it. If we let it expire, it raises the darkness track. Some local outlaws are taking advantage of the current fear and confusion for looting and extortion. Drive them off before others follow suit. So there are people living in or around the ruins, and there's these opportunists that are trying to take advantage of them. Now, what does Vanishing Dust do? Because I think there's some value in that. Discard after a failed elude roll to make a success. So here's a cool thing. Well, it takes an action. So we'll deal with it. We only got 3 turns to deal with it. So I think the Exorcist may not be leaving as quickly as I would like. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, that's the end. Now we're officially at the end of the Necromancer's turn. Let's wrap around and take care of our player actions. I think the first we're going to go with the monk. Yeah, that seems like the right thing to do. Okay, let's draw his event card up there in the mountains and see what happens. It's a shambling horde. We're going to compare it to his secrecy. His secrecy is a 4, so it's a mummy. There's a mummy. We need a 6 or a 4 to elude. It's an even turn, so he's only got 1 die to fight with, but he's got 2 dice to elude, so we're going to do that. We're going to use his ability of Quiet. It says elude with 2 dice. Now we do have to roll a 4. That's not so bad. We just want to avoid the mummy. We don't want to fight him. And it says its joints bend the wrong way, making an unsettling noise as it searches for a life on which to feed. That's the mummy. Okay, we're going to roll 2 dice. Let's hope we get something. What we need here, a 1 and a 6, so we do succeed in eluding the mummy. It's there. Perfect. Now we're going to deal with the chant, I think. Got 4 blights though. Let me think about this. Okay, yes, this is a better way to go. He gets 2 dice to elude. He's got a spark on him. I might spin it to roll another die. I don't remember, with sparks do you have to do it? I think you have, yeah, I can do it any time, even after the die roll, I believe. So, and we're going to go after this because then it's not going to hurt his secrecy. He can stay there to the round. The next round, go after one of the blights that's there. So what do we got? We got the terror. Oh man, well, +1 die, discard the highest. So there's no way, unless I roll 2 6s, there's no way to achieve that without taking out the terror. So I think we have to, but that's going to put him in. Well, the necromancer, he moved to the village. This is bad. I think it's okay. I think that he'll stay. Hopefully, he'll stay with the exorcist. I think we have to take the terror out first, guys. Unfortunately, he's only got 1 die. We're going to roll 2 die, but then he's got to get rid of the highest. So he's going to have to roll a 4. Let me see, what else has he got there? No items. Higher fate. Oh, wait, guys. I almost did it. Almost did it. Remember, he rolled the shambling mummy, but that's a 4. It's probably going to be the one he... No. So, actually, this is what he's going to suffer from. Right here. I'm glad I caught that. That omen. Stupid omen's there. Okay. Anyway, unstable messenger. It's a 6 over a 4, so we're going to take this one. We're going to lose the secrecy. Okay, that changes our plans just a little bit. Now he's at a 3. Draw a quest and roll 1 die to determine its location, then add 1 marker to it. The writer made excellent time. He also left a trail clear enough for even a zombie to follow. So we were notified of a thing that's happening. Now we got too many quests out. Nightmares, that's bad. Spend 1 grace to gain a success. Sharing during your action phase in this location. It doesn't require an action, it just allows us to do it. We complete it, we get a charm. If it expires, we get 3 new quests here. It says a young girl has a prophetic dream warning of an imminent disaster. The details are unclear, but the matter is desperately urgent. And let's see where that will go. It's going to go in the 5. It means it's right here, and we're going to put a time token on it. We only have 1. That one is going to expire. There's really no way. Well, that's not true. I could get the exorcist there to give it a try. We may have to do that. That's not what I planned, though. Anyway, that was the event. Now, we have to take on the terror. That means that it's very likely that the exorcist is going to be coming back his direction unless something crazy happens. I could hide and gain another secrecy again. Oh, that's rough, guys. That's rough. Yeah. And I forgot to flip all the tokens. He's the first person to go. We haven't completed his turn yet, so I want to make sure we're good there. Okay, I think we got to do it. So we're going to roll 2 dice. Remember, he does have a spark, but we're going to lower the highest die, so hopefully the highest die is high enough. It is not, so he's going to spend his spark. We're attacking that blight. We're going to add a die. 4. Well, actually, that's fine. We take 1 from the highest die, but not all the highest die. +1 die, discard the highest. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 4s. That will succeed in getting rid of this blight. That's how I understand that to work. I've been playing this a while. We've had this debate, and that's how I understand it to work. If it says discard the highest and you roll the same number twice, you only discard one of them. Okay. That does lower his secrecy down to 2. That's not great, but we do now no longer have that blight. He's got to tackle that quest next turn. Got to. Because I don't want all heroes to lose a... you see, he's got 1 more turn. Yeah, he's got 1 more turn to take that down. That is rough. Okay. Actually, we're going to go... Okay, that was the monk. He is done now. Now we're going to go with the scout, and I'm going to tell you why. I was going to head her into the village or search the castle, but we have something we have to do, and it's okay. Actually, we're going to have to go with... I was going to... Oh, man. So we got 3 turns on this. So he's going to go there to the nightmare, I think, and he's going to use a special ability. But first, we have to look. He's going to lose his secrecy for being in the location with Necromancer. That puts him at 2. Then we have to draw his event card. There's no omen there, so we're going to deal with patrols. Compared to the darkness track, it's 12. So it's going to be archers. He needs a 4 or a 4. But first, let's see if he can activate. All his boons are active. I don't need to do anything with them, so don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to bother to roll. But he has to roll against a 4. It says, patient and tireless, they never stop searching. That's the patrols of the Necromancer. Okay, so we got to roll a 4 on Lewd. I can automatically use the monk's quiet ability. which will give us 2 dice to elude that. Let's see if we can succeed. 5 and a 6. I wish I'd rolled that elsewhere. Yes, we elude the patrol. Then we are going to, instead of deal with this, because we got a couple turns, we're going to activate our fleet boon. Deactivate during your turn to move to an adjacent location. We have deactivated it. And then he will go here. That is not his action, but it does increase his secrecy because you do it every time you move. And then he will take the nightmare out by spending a grace. So he's now at 2 grace. The nightmare is gone. Since we only had this turn to get it done, we had to get it done. And that will give him a charm. I don't want 3 new quests coming out there. So we took care of the nightmares. And he's going to get a charm. Let me show you one of those. If I can, yeah, there's one. Here we go, a charm. That is going on the Exorcist's board. And let me see here, just to redo it. A charm, discard after making a die roll to re-roll all dice. That's not bad. So that's what he got for that. Yeah, not what I was looking for, but it's okay. I really wanted to get a mystery down there. We're going to have to go back. But hopefully the Necromancer either stays where he's at or goes to a random location. He might chase the monk, which is bad because that would put a 4th blight in the village. That being said, that's it. Okay, that is the Exorcist. So now we got the Scout and the Bard. The Scout is absolutely going to stay where she's super secret. If she moves into the village, we can use her travel. Well, we don't have to travel and refresh all powers. We can activate in our location to search. We don't need to do that. It's a 2. We got to get into the village and take some stuff down. I'm confident that she can do that. I think we're going to stay a turn, though. I know. But if we go here, we can get a mystery next turn. So I think we're okay there. I think we're going to stay a turn and try and get an item. So let's draw her event card. Okay. Respite. Reshuffle the event deck, including this card. This card has no other effect. Warm fires, decent food for once a quiet night. Okay. Well, we will do that. I'll take all the stuff we've already done. We'll shuffle it back in, then reshuffle this one too. Okay. Reshuffling the big giant event deck. So nothing happens to her. That is great. That was not that bad. Okay, now I'll shuffle in the... Alright. There we go. I'll maybe do a little more shuffling off camera, but I think that's good enough. Now we'll take her actions. If I move into the village, she's already at 5 secrecy. I doubt the Necromancer will see her. But I really want to get powers. And she's already got 4 powers, but more powers are better. Right. Gosh. Okay. Oh, this is grueling. I'm not sure which I want to do here. We definitely got to get into the village and take out those blights. If we go to the village, she's going to lose the secrecy this turn. And then deal with the skeletons, and there's a +2 search, so we got to get rid of that blight anyway before we do any searching there. I don't plan to do searching there. I plan to take on the quest that's there, which probably will have to be our good old Exorcist again, who's actually probably going to have to go there and take that quest on, because he can move and act in the same round to get the mystery up. We'll see. We will see. And it's just an action. It says roll 2 dice for every 4+ you get a success. You need 2 successes. So, and we don't know he sparked, but we do have a reroll on him with the item, the charm, so that's not bad. Okay, I think we're going to stay there and search, guys. I'm still going to think about it. Yeah, I think we needed 2 or better, rolled a 3, so we were fine. Let's draw a map card and see what we get in the castle. We get a vanishing dust. I swear to God, I cannot get the things I want out of the castle. I know most of the stuff up there says right on the board should be a cache or a treasure chest, which gives us powers. I am not getting those. I don't think I've gotten 1 power out of the castle. So I get vanishing dust, which allows us to discard all after a failed or elude roll to succeed automatically. So big deal there. I don't really want that at all. But here is the vanishing dust that is going on the Scout. Wow, what a waste of turns up there. I mean, the monk got the Scion Stone. I guess that was helpful because now we can all elude with 2 dice no matter what. Okay, that just leaves our Bard. Okay, our Bard... Oh, I think... I forgot to refresh his powers. I believe when you pray you do get to refresh all powers. Yeah, so his rally ability, which was exhausted, is now alive and good. He's got 3 secrecy. Where does he go with 3 secrecy? Could go into the mountains and help the monk. His rousing, he could take an action to activate his rousing melody. I just don't know if that's that valuable. He too needs powers, but because his powers are really not that great right now for us. But let's move him. We're going to move him. Could move to the mountains. We might get a mystery there and search, but we don't fight in the forest. I don't know. Let me think. Here we are. He doesn't have to draw an event card. That's why I'm talking about his turn right now. Well, we know we need to. Maybe he can draw. Maybe we'll get lucky and pull the Necromancer into the forest. I don't know. That's where he's going to go. He's going to move to the forest. That puts his secrecy up to 4, so he's at his default. He can go up 1 more for movement, but that's the best he's going to get. Unfortunately, that's all he's going to do. So that's going to mark the end of everyone's turn. That's okay. We're still alive and kicking. Now we're going to go to the Necromancer's turn. Lots of grueling decisions in this, but the first thing that happens is we're going to increase the darkness track by 1. Then I'm going to put time tokens. We only got 1 turn left to solve this. 1, 2, yep. And then we got 1 more on here that we have to solve, and then 1 more on here. So this one is 1, 2, 3. We got 2 turns to solve that. We got 2 turns to solve this. Okay. We definitely need to solve the Ancient Curse. There's no question. I think that's going to have to go to the Exorcist. And then now that we've done that, we're going to roll for the Necromancer, see where the Necromancer goes. Let's see, he rolled a 2. He did not detect anybody. Nope, he didn't. And a 2 will take him where? Oh, that's fine. Actually, it takes him to the swamp where he's going to drop a blight there. I'm more than okay with that. There's no blights in the swamp, but he's going to drop a quest too. Swamp is going to be some zombies. Seen zombies before. Here they are. There are 5 to fight, 3 to evade, and 5 to destroy. They drop there, and then since we know we don't have a quest there, and his power is still active, we're going to draw another quest. Getting out of hand. Ill Weather. Exhaust 1 power to gain 1 success. During your action phase in this location, you may do this repeatedly. If you complete it, you get Bottled Magic. If it expires, all heroes lose a grace. There's 2 of those that all heroes lose a grace. A conflux of mystical energy has formed, a vortex, and is causing an intense storm in the area. Absorb the magic before it worsens. Okay, so that's what happens there, and there's no token on it. It just... Wait, does he start with... Add 1 token. Yeah, so every time he creates one of these, he makes it more urgent. So we definitely have to get rid of that. That's going to be up to the Exorcist to do, I believe. We can still use his tactic on the next turn. But that's going to be the end of the round, guys. That's all that happens. So we are done with this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm going to flip all the tokens over so I know everybody's got a turn. Got to remember we have... Is that a yellow... Hey! Hey, ho, 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 ho. Okay. God, I caught this on his turn. When a yellow bordered blight is created at your location, destroy it. That's the Wind Flute. Look at that. That is... What is that? That is a yellow bordered... blight. That is destroyed. Well, there's a little benefit for us. I mean, artifacts in the right circumstances are quite powerful, so the Necromancer tried to do this blight there, and the Wind Flute, he hears this soft melody on the air that freezes everything, and the skeletons just freeze and crumble to little pieces. Pretty powerful stuff. Okay, end of story, end of episode. So guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really enjoy your time here. Like, comments. I love it when you guys provide corrections. It's great. I don't mind it at all. Just remind everybody I can't backwards track a lot of things, especially if I'm filming back-to-back. So don't get frustrated with that. If it happens, promise you, everybody's making mistakes in games. You just don't have them on film like me. And, you know, I don't have anybody that can go in and do the Klingon sub-channel to tell you where the errors are either. So just me, guys. Just me. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next episode.